Hello everybody, this is your boy Raccoon, and today I got some explaining to do. Now before we continue, I have two legal terms to keep in mind. One is oral contracts, and the other is implied contract. Now keep those two in mind, because they'll be relevant later. Now what am I talking about? So this past week has been a shit show for me, because apparently I was trying to extort Rich Review Tech USA 2, part 2 or whatever, out of money, $800. I was working alongside one of his old editors, Hookah, and we try to take all the money that we can and split it down evenly and scam Rich out of money. God forbid I was just trying to make some bank, but in reality it was not extortion. If you genuinely believe that's what it was, you're complete fucking stupid, because I literally had to dig deep to find some of the evidence that I believe can clear up basically this whole mess. Sadly, Rich likes to delete old streams where he's losing his goddamn mind, so I had to go and dig for them. And my god, was it juicy.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't remember any of that. Work in progress. Bird Babe with massive melons VTuber model. Okay. And we will talk commissions too. No one works for free, and that's the way it should be. Rich, the VTuber model is on his way now. Spam DSP. Pause for a second. I was joking about like the VTuber shit and thinking about doing it as parody. So when is the VTuber stream? That is a damn good question. We were talking about commissions of doing, like, I didn't know. I just thought like you pay for some fucking model, you get a green screen, and then you have titties. I didn't know it was this whole complex thing, but we're gonna fucking do it. Not only because Sexy Coco generously donated for it to happen, but it is going to be very funny and very profitable hearing us with voice-coded voices sounding as women talking about birds up our ass when we have large voluptuous anime breasts. That's some balls, man. What happened? Like, you need, like, what happened? You lose your job and rent is due, and now half a decade later you're coming to me? And if I did say that, I would have been like, yo, all right, let's figure it out then. Where was the agreement to this? This is July 2023. And we will talk commissions too. No one works for free, and that's the way it should be. But there was nothing. I remember, like, I remember saying to Jay brought this up. Hold on, before I go piss. You could just stare at the muscular men. That people were like asking that much money, and I'm like, nah, dude. Like, for a VTuber thing that we may not even really use, fucking do it. Not only because Sexy Coco generously donated for it to happen, but it is going to be very funny and very profitable hearing us with voice-coded voices sounding as women talking about birds up our ass when we have large voluptuous anime breasts. The thing with the what I found out is that becoming a VTuber is quite expensive. We're still going to do it because it'll probably make us a shit ton of money, because we're going to do a parody of basically VTubers. But it's like, someone was telling me getting a basic VTuber animation. I just thought it was like fucking templates. I didn't know it was like $1,000 or some shit. And I forgot about this part. I vaguely, I barely remember. I guess I gave the money to a charity instead. We'll say one thing too, then I'll get all to the super chats and the stream labs and stuff like that. If I don't get this done by August 1st, I will on stream donate to a charity of your choosing. Because I don't want anyone here to think that I'm just looking to make a quick buck, because that's stupid. Like, not only is it just fucked up, it's stupid anyway. What, in the long term, it would hurt everything that I'm doing. So, if things don't get done, like I don't get this list done by August 1st, I'll hand over $1,500. I'll let you guys choose the charity. I'll show you on stream that I give it to a charity. Like Sexy Coco, for example, he gave the money for me being a VTuber, which, like I said, I'm talking to someone tomorrow. So, I don't get the right to keep that if it doesn't happen. It's going to, but if it doesn't happen by August 1st, then I'm just gonna any other business. Yeah, you gave $300 for that. It's only fair. So if it doesn't happen by August, if this stuff doesn't happen by August 1st, like I said, I'll donate the money to charity because I feel that's right. Here, I'll zoom in real fucking close. Here, just so you could see it. Just so you could fucking see it. You fucking brain-dead, loser, virgin fucking retards who have nothing else better to do. Go fuck a fleshlight, Ryan Hot. Here it is. You see it? Give a shit about doxing myself. I've been doxed a billion fucking times. Come suck my fucking dick. Jesus fucking Christ. I ain't doing a fucking one of the goals. I'll do these nighttime goals. I ain't doing anything. All the other shit's going back. because I thought it was dumb to spend that much for a VTuber. That doesn't sound like I was looking to do any kind of contractual work to me. Play those. May even play him as a VTuber. That would be interesting. I'm talking to someone finally tomorrow about commissioning.
All right, at least we have some context to what happened back then. So, like the recent stream, he was literally bitching at why didn't I contact him. Well, there's obviously proof that I have been contacting you through either streams, DMs. I didn't even bother with fucking email because I'm already talking to him via stream and via Twitter DMs. So luckily I got those screenshots before he decided to nuke his Twitter account, like the coward that he is, and his YouTube channel. But yeah, so now that's happening.
There was no back and forth. There was no attempt to fucking reach out. That is a lie.
This is Fuka. I only knew about it since the other week. He said about it 2 years ago in Jay's server, and I only start to talk to him again.
I don't trust you. I'm sorry. At this point, I don't trust you. You gotta go, man. Appreciate what you've done. Thank you. But beyond that, I think this is where our interactions end. So
I brought up Fuka, and they were involved only by association. I really don't think that what they went through was justified. I feel like that was literally all uncalled for. Now, what am I talking about? Well, Rich on a recent stream decided to ban them from literally everything under the sun because they were just simply talking to me. Now, they didn't really show all the full DMs. I'm pretty sure someone sent him screenshots of the DMs. But all I can say is that there was no money being passed around. Like we were just talking about art because this whole time they were commissioning me for the second time, mind you, and I was working with them with a new concept. Like that's the only time we're talking about money. Like Rich is so deaf-toned, he can't read between lines, obviously, because if you actually read the DMs, which Spooka, thank you for letting me show like the rest of it, because it makes absolutely no sense why Rich was losing his shit because they believe they're working alongside me. But I mean, yeah, we were talking shit about you, but like that doesn't mean that we're gonna exchange like money back and forth. No, like the only money that I'm getting from them or they're getting from me is nothing to do with you. It's they're paying me for a commission they asked for, and they paid. They communicated that to me. They wanted me to work on something for them. I delivered not once, but I'm going to deliver twice as soon as I'm done with this stupid video. Now, Rich says that there was no contractual obligation on either side, but there is. Now, I brought up two terms in the beginning of the video. One of them was implied contract, and the other one was oral contract. And what the hell am I talking about? What are these terms and why are they so relevant? Now, you see, using a website called the Cornell Law School, how much more accurate can I be when I say that oral contract means an oral contract, also referred as a oral contract, is a legally binding agreement through spoken words rather than written documentation. Oral contracts are generally enforceable. However, their validity is limited by statutes of frauds, which requires certain types of agreement to be in writing. And you can read the rest. I have an astigmatism. I cannot look at white screens for long before I lose my fucking mind. But this is what I mean by oral contract. It's a legal term, and so him saying that he's commissioning me via his YouTube streams still counts as a contract. And that's why I believe that all this is contractual. Now, the other thing that I brought up was implied contract. He implied that he was going to pay me. Now, there's two types. There's implied in fact and implied in law. I'm reading it from the same website. And here, both express contracts and implied contracts are legally enforceable promises of mutual assent to be bound. See whatever the hell is being referred there. An express contract is communicated orally or in writing, which requires expressing assent. An implied contract, which does not have explicitly stated terms, is still found to exist because parties assumed a contract existed based on conduct, or denying the contract's existence would result in unjust enrichment to one of the parties, and implied contracts is divided into implied in fact contract and implied in law contract. Now you can read the rest, but implied contract is still a contract. I have asthma. I can't talk for long, and this is why it's took so long to even get this video out, because unlike Rich, I actually have a fucking job. I have a day job. I work from 7 to 5 every day, but I have a job. Now, for the unemployed, a job means I go work, do work, get money, spend money. On to the fact that Rich decided to call my VTube model worth only $50. I don't know what to tell you, man. That's subjective, but I think my money, like, that's my money. You're fucking with my money. It's $800 flat. If you're that broke, tell me. I can do a payment plan. It's easy. You know, you can just pay me like $50 a month and you can pay it off. You know, it's not, I'm flexible, bro. I am flexible. Now, the only thing that's free about a VTuber, VTube Studio is the software you generally use to use the model I specifically made through a paid license that I use to program this model called Live 2D. When I mean paid license, I'm talking about the software. But it costs money to make money, essentially. So VTube Studio, if you just want to use the free version, which comes with a watermark, you know, you can get that if you're really that broke. But I generally pay the $15 so I don't have the watermark, because I actually support the creators of VTube Studio. Now that's what I refer to plug and play. You can literally you download the fucking VTube model, load it up into the software, and it'll run perfectly well. So not only do I have solid evidence of Rich saying that he will take care of me, but he was talking to me via a stream as well as the fucking DMs, which, you know, the only proof I have of that is the screenshots I have. You know, I could just show that, you know, again, for fuck's sakes. It's not that hard. Oh my god, this is a mess. Now, as for the DN, Sir Fuka and I, it's a giant nothing burger. We're literally talking about art and how Rich is a complete fucking, like, he's an idiot when it comes. He is technologically bankrupt. He has no idea what he's talking about. You know, I'm currently using a PNG model. If you know what the fuck that is, you know, it takes only 2 seconds to Google what a PNG model is. I'm a PNG tuber. What, I don't know. I'm just a fucking raccoon that my eyes follow my mouse. My mouse is literally Doom Guy. You can't really see it because I turned that off. But I mean, I made this. Like, do I need to show the process so that you can believe that a product was made? It's not that hard. Oh my god, I'm losing my fucking mind, and I'm just recording this. It's late. I'm tired. I literally just got out of work not too long ago, and I have no time to be dealing with people calling me an extortion, calling me a fucking scam artist or whatever, or I don't know, because this makes no sense. You were paid for a V2 stream. You never delivered because you didn't even bother talking to anybody. I mean, if you want to show your DMs with people, which I doubt you have anymore, and if you have through Discord, I really don't care, because at the end of the day, I know what I said and I know what you said. So one, you're a complete fucking liar, and you brought someone involved into this mess because you were just salty, mad, and you were just, you know, hitting anybody that was even relatively associated to me. So I don't know what else to tell you. This is all I got. If you still want to side with a fat man that can't even fucking, you know, take 2 seconds to Google what a fucking VTuber is, I don't know what to tell you. And Jay, you're a piece of shit for literally blowing this up out of proportion. You know, if you actually, like, just got me a direct line to Rich, this would have been resolved. I don't know what to say. I literally blew my load. Oh my god. Twice. I think this will be my third time, because the first time I did it, it was during the week. I couldn't do it. It's too much to handle. Like, you're attacking my character, you're calling me a scam. You know, you want to say that I'm going out for a quick buck, but No, I mean, I actually have a job. Money's not a fucking issue. At the end of the day, it's the principle. You failed to deliver on Dr. Sexy Coco. You failed to deliver on anybody who was even interested in working with you, like me. And you completely burn bridges out of just sheer ignorance. Like, you're so ignorant to the situation, you don't even know it, bro. You're like, bro, you've been doing this for over a decade. I think it's about time to just call it quits, because you're losing your goddamn mind over something so petty as a fucking stream goal that you should have delivered like years ago. I was here from the beginning. You could have talked to me, but you didn't. You were just jumping around. You were trying to see, what's a better deal, because you realized you got to spend money to make money. Which, I'm sorry, dude. Like, you literally should have done your due diligence to actually figure out what the fuck you're getting yourself into. My only mistake was working with you and not getting a direct answer of whether or not you're going to work with me. So I literally wasted time and money, working with someone that's obviously wasn't going to be able to pay, because they're too cheap to even consider my shit as a value. I did that model when I was in a rough patch of my life. I'm currently was trying to get rid of it. I was actually willing to go down and in price, and it would have been fine. I would have just, at that point, I would have just gave it to you if you had said it. Like, we could have worked something out, but instead you put it out there for the public. So you want to make it public. I'm going to come out in public and just lay it down as it is, because you're a complete fucking liar. You're slandering me, and you brought people that shouldn't have been there into the mix for no fucking reason other than they were associated with me. So for all the people out there that want to, suck on Rich's tits, go ahead, go suck on them. Jay's already there. You can both switch nipples if you want to, but I'm not there for it. I'm doing my own thing. I'm working on my own stuff. I'm working on a comic. You can check it out on Newgrounds. Just look me up. I'm everywhere, almost everywhere. I rarely go on Blue Sky, just so you know. But I'm here. You can check my YouTube channel if you want. No one's forcing you. Don't worry, I won't come to your house and steal your garbage. I'm just gonna be here and do my own thing. Rich can go and suck on a porcelain chicken's breast while Jay is sucking on his breast. This should have been handled better, but I mean, it is what it is. So, you can side with him if you want. If you believe that, what happened to me is bullshit, I don't know, just leave a comment. Tell me how it is, man. Am I in the wrong? Am I in the wrong?